Um, hey to Misty. Hey to Edward. Hey to everybody. Thank you guys so much for your support. I am Life with Marlene, your Florida vlogger, and welcome to today's motivation and conversation. I really appreciate everybody's support. Thank you so much. Um, so today, today I wanted to talk to you guys about um, that you can't make anybody happy. I think this is very important for all relationships. We are the one. We cannot be the ones responsible for anybody's personal happiness. The only person that you can make happy is yourself. It's not our responsibility to make, hey, Misty, how are you doing? It's not our responsibility to take care of our kids' happiness. It's not our responsibility to take care of our spouse's happiness. It's not our responsibility to take care of our parents or siblings or friends or anybody in our lives. Everybody is responsible for their own personal happiness, you know? And when I finally got to that space of clarity, when I became very clear about that I can't make you happy. The only one that I can make happy is myself. And I had to learn to give myself the permission to be happy. Because that's a whole nother thing too. While we can't make other people happy, we also have to think about our own personal happiness and do all of the things, you know, do all of the things necessary to make our life a continuous happy process. I know when I was growing up, coming from a really big family, I always was trying my best to make my siblings happy. I tried everything. I tried my best to be the best sister that I could be, and also I tried my best to be the best daughter that I could be. And when I got to be older, I tried to be the best person in a romantic relationship. Also, I tried to be the best friend that I could be to other people. But when it comes to us really having to be balanced with that perfectionism, that feeling the need to control the outcome of other people's life, and that's essentially what we do when we don't show up for ourselves first, when we don't set boundaries, when we're not taking care of ourselves, when we're only thinking about the happiness of your kids, the happiness of your spouse, the happiness of friends. Everybody seems to come before you. And I got caught in that trap of being there. Just I'm here for this person, right? Anytime people would call you, you're right there at a moment's notice, at the drop of a hat. I'm there for my siblings. You're there for your kids. You're there for your spouse. You're there for friends. You're there for everybody. And that whole being the support or being the person that you feel has to save everybody. That whole savior complex is a real thing. And I went through that for such a long period of time in my life that I was trying to make my siblings happy. And we know how that goes when it comes to relatives, doing all of the things to make your relatives happy, supporting them. And you could be wearing yourself thin, you know, you could be actually in the negative category because you're doing so much for them that you are denying taking care of yourself. You're not thinking about your mental health. You're not thinking about your peace of mind. You're not thinking about your joy. You're only thinking about other people and what they need, and you put yourself last. I'm telling you, it's a thing that I think almost everybody has to go through in their life. And then we have to make those decisions. Am I going to continuously make my siblings, my parents, your kids, your spouse, are you gonna worry more about them than yourself? See, balance is required when it comes to talking about this, that we have to think about what we're going through and how we feel. Hi, Lara. How are you doing? We have to think about what we're going through and how we feel, and not just only thinking about how other people feel. That's the reason why I say balance is required. Many of us were not taught to be balanced. We're always taught to, if this person is unhappy, we have to make them happy. If my sibling is unhappy, I have to do the things to make my sibling happy. Same with anybody in our life. We have to do what it takes to make them happy, but that's not our job. That took me such a long time for me to free myself from that prison of feeling that I'm responsible. And that's too much weight to carry on your head, on your heart, on your shoulders, that we can't be the one that has to be responsible for making sister, cousin, spouse, kids. It's not our responsibility to make other people happy. We have to make ourselves happy. And there's so many people that just don't understand that balance. You will wear yourself out. You'll run yourself into the ground. Actually, I'll go one deeper than that. You will put yourself in the ground, 6 feet under. You will unalive yourself trying to please other people. If you want to please other people, you're going to always wind up never pleasing yourself. And it's not an easy thing to do when you've been doing something for such a long time, when you've been supporting people, when you haven't spoke up for yourself, when you haven't told people no and meaning it. We enable people. We do a lot of things that we really should not, and we do things that we don't want to do, and we have to get out of that situation, in that thinking, that mindset that we have to. I have to do this for this person. I have to, because they'll be upset with me. And what I think it is, essentially, we feel that if we stop doing something for someone, they won't want to be around us. They'll be upset with us. But a person who is balanced in their thinking, and a person who loves us, would be reasonable and open to that balance. Like, you need your time too. You need your time. You need your, to recharge your batteries and to reset. That okay, that maybe tomorrow or another time. But we still have to get people used to that no. And that is the hardest part for most people, is telling people that we love no. It may not be a challenge for everybody, but it's a challenge for many. You got to say no to them, and you got to mean it, and you have to be consistent with that. You can't say no today and then yes tomorrow, because you'll confuse them. You got to say no, I can't, and or I'm not going to be able to, or I'm going to stop this because it's making me upset. Lara says, "You're happy now?" Oh, awesome. I'm very happy to hear that. Um, and that's one of the things, is that we each have to work on making ourselves happy. You got to work on making you happy. And it felt so good in my life. For many years, I spent so much time making other people happy that I actually didn't even know what made me happy. You get into that, used to always putting on everybody's oxygen mask. You're used to always pouring into everybody, and you forget about yourself for so long. You don't even know what you want. You don't know what you need. Um, but you gotta work on that. You gotta work on trying for you, thinking about your goals, using your talents, using your gifts, and respecting yourself. That is a part of self-respect and being self-aware, that I have to make myself happy. And to make yourself happy, it means that you got to cut yourself off from people who are stopping you from being happy. And there's many people in our lives that are very unwell. There's many people in our lives that they are not well. They're not well mentally. They're not well, you know, physically. And they're very demanding. And it requires a balance on our side. Hi, Express Baskets. How are you doing? Happy Tuesday. I hope you're doing great. See, that balance is so essential. Balance is required. And I had to learn that for myself, that I got to put on my oxygen mask. I got to take care of me. And I'll tell you that when you start saying no to people and you start setting boundaries, people will get mad, because you've always been there. You've always shown up. You've always supported them. But when you learn this one thing, I gotta make sure I'm breathing. I gotta make sure I'm taking care of my bills before I'm helping you with your bills. See, we will do so much for other people that it becomes very toxic. You don't even think about yourself. Like, when's the last time I did something nice for myself? You get so in the habit of feeling like you have to. I have to do this for this person, because you've been doing something for such a long time. And just because you have been doing something for such a long time, it doesn't mean that you have to continue. I had to learn to pull back. I had to learn to stop and to evaluate my life and say, I'm doing too much for this person. And the majority of the times, the people that you're doing all of these things for, they don't even care. They're very disrespectful. They're demanding. They're rude to you, and they want more. The more that you do for them is the more they want from you. So we are the ones that have to say, enough is enough. This has to stop, and you have to end it. I'm not going to end it. What person is going to stop you from taking care of them and giving them money? We are the ones that have to say no more. And I can't tell you guys how much power I got back in my life. I became so much happier. I became so much calmer. Like, I used to have headaches all the time from the amount of stress and worry, because it's all these people that I was caring about, all these people that I was worried about. But the question is, are they worried about you? Are they calling you? Are they supporting you? Are they there for you? Most of the time, the answer is no. So we do have to learn that balance in this life and learn to put on our own oxygen mask. Learn how to be there for ourselves first, and not just only being there for other people. I think that's a very important conversation to understand that I don't have to be there for everybody. I can be there for myself. And working on your own personal happiness, it's a very enriching thing. And I don't know how many of you guys have actually worked on what makes me happy, like writing that down. This and this makes me happy. Or going out and doing some things that maybe you've never done, trying, and do a process of elimination. And you'll be surprised at how much things that you actually like. Because my thing is, before, I used to always only want to do things if other people wanted to go with me, like my siblings or friends or spouse. You feel like you can't do things by yourself, or you kind of handicap yourself in a way. You stop yourself from doing things because you feel like you have to do things with other people. And the people who are not interested in what you're interested in, you'll put your life on the back burner. You'll stop doing the things that you like and you enjoy to make them happy. And most of those individuals are very selfish. So we have to really be careful about letting people control us, because we'll be doing so much work to make them happy, and you'll be miserable. I know I did that for a very long time. Many, many years of, I felt like sacrificing, supporting, bending over backwards, doing all of these things. And I always say, and for what? Most of the time, after, when you stop, you start hearing about, oh, they didn't do anything for me, or I didn't ask you to do it and you didn't have to do it. Like, very disrespectful, disloyal, unthankful. It's a lot. Very disrespectful. So what I learned from that whole situation is I have to be balanced. If it's possible and I can do something for somebody, then I'll do it. But I am not going to do anything until I make sure that it's not going to be a sacrifice of my mental health. Because a lot of times when it comes to our relatives, notice I said relatives and not family, because there's a major difference. Relatives will keep demanding that we do more and more. They want your time, they want your money, they want to be all nosy up in your business, and they only care about what you do for them. And that's not good. That's a very toxic trait, very toxic behavior, and we are the ones that have to stop it. I'm not going to keep doing things for grown people. I don't have to show up for people if I don't want to. If I don't want to, if I don't like it, if I can't afford it. I had to learn that about me. I have to stop sacrificing and putting myself in situations and predicaments, and it's not positive. It's not good for me. How many of us, we do so many good things for everybody, and how many people do good things for us? It's not many. It's not many people who will actually give back for what we give to them as well. So that's why it's important for us to think about our own personal happiness. And I love that. I love that for me, and I love that for my GEMS family too. We got to learn how to make ourselves happy. And if you have ever been like me in your life, and that you have neglected yourself, you've neglected your mental health, you've neglected your goals in life, you really haven't done the things that you want to do because you're so busy helping and supporting and providing and listening to other people, that nobody is really asking, are you okay? Can I do something to help you? And that's why that balance is required. We cannot sit and wait for people to give us what we need. We are the ones that have to be responsible for making ourselves happy and bringing joy in our lives. So that's something that I had to learn that part. And I know that many of my gems too, that many of you have had to learn too, how to be there for yourself. You have to learn how to show up for yourself. And even giving myself the permission that if I'm not feeling good, if I'm going through something, to take care of myself, whatever that means. And sometimes taking care of yourself means hitting that block button. Some people do not deserve to be in your life because they're toxic. Sometimes they're mentally ill. They're unstable. They have poor behaviors and they impact you in a negative way. And that's going to affect your happiness. If people are in your life and they are unhappy, you will never be happy. That right there, learning that nugget, learning that about myself, that if you have negative people, toxic, jealous, lazy people around you, you will be in that category if you're going to be miserable because they're miserable. I had to cut off those miserable people, those people who always complain, those people who made poor decisions, the people who are always on the low begging you for money. I can't do those sort of relationships, have those sort of people in my life, because it gives me stress, anxiety, and worry. And I can't make you happy. I can't make you grow up. I can't make you make good decisions. Because I'm only responsible for me, just like all of you gems as well. You are only responsible for you. You can't make another person do the right thing. We can't. No matter how much we try, no matter how much effort we pour into other people, we cannot make people grow up. We cannot make people do the right thing. We cannot make a person who has made bad decisions suddenly start making good choices because we're in their lives. And I think it took me a long time for me to understand that I have to stop picking up projects. I have to stop picking up people who are build-a-bears. We can't make people into who we want them to be. What is that saying from Maya Angelou? When somebody shows you who they are, believe them, and believe them the first time. I had to go through a lot of situations in my life before I actually got that. Like, check it off in my brain that I'm not responsible for another person's happiness. I am not the one that has to come in and fix because they made bad decisions, or they're going through something and they need money or whatever. I can only be responsible for myself and my personal happiness. Hey, love baby, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. I had to learn that part, that I'm only responsible for me. You can't make your kids, you can't make your spouse, you can't make your friends, you can't make people that you know. You are not responsible for another adult's happiness. When I really got that, like I really got it, I'm not responsible for my relatives' happiness, for their decisions. I'm not responsible for their mental illness. I am not responsible for that. I'm fine. Just came back from the doctor's office. I hope you're doing okay. That part I had to learn, that I can't pick up everybody's weights. It's not my responsibility to pay everybody's bills. It's not my responsibility to sort out other people's problems in their life, the decisions that they have made. That's not my responsibility. And the same thing for you guys as well. It's not your responsibility to fix people, to make people do the right thing. It's not your responsibility to help people to grow up. We have to stop taking other people's problems and putting it on ourselves. Now, the only ones that you are responsible for is your underage kids. After that, you're not responsible for grown people. And when I really got that concept, I'm not responsible for other people. I have to stop picking up other people's problems. I have to stop trying to make other people happy, because it's affecting my happiness. And that was the part that I didn't understand. Like, I would always be like kind of melancholy, like very low energy. And when I finally cut off those toxic people in my life, I stopped talking to them, stopped going around them, stopped listening to their negativity, their drama. I became a different person. Like, I don't even recognize the person that I was formerly as the person that I am now. Because when you stop listening to the negativity and the complaining and the drama and all the things that other people are involved in, it drains you. You become drained if you have draining, toxic, negative, and jealous people around you. And that was the part that we don't get sometimes. We feel sometimes because we love people, and because I love them, I have to do this for them, and because I love them, I got to put up with it, and we don't, you know. That it took me a while to come to this space of saying, I can't keep giving you oxygen. I can't keep helping you to breathe. I can't keep fixing your problems and your situations. I'm only responsible for me, and you have to be responsible for you, you know? And that was very hard. That was very hard for me to come to that realization and that space that I can't save everybody. I can't rescue other people. I cannot make you happy if you have not made a choice to make yourself happy. And for myself, I had to I had to get some help. I had to learn how to cut off people. I had to learn to speak up for myself. And if there's something that I didn't like, he was treating me in a manner that was I felt was very disrespectful, then I had to learn to cut those people off. And it wasn't until I started to do that for myself that I learned what happiness was. And we can't find our way to happiness if we're always consumed with everybody's problems and everybody's issues, everybody's drama, everybody's negativity. So when I finally came to that space, I never understood how happy I could be, you know? And you guys too. You can be so much happier than you already are if you cut out the negative energy, the negative behavior, the negative people. You know how much power you give to what other people are saying to you. You got to cut off that negative energy. You got to cut off that negative power. Got to cut them off. Okay? And I became a completely different person when I finally came to that space of saying, I don't got to take this. I don't have to keep allowing it. I don't have to be around people. And what it really boils down to, we have to stop settling. We settle and we let our relatives, our friends, other people in our lives that we care about and we love, but they don't love us back. People will say they love you, but it's a lot of people don't know what that word love means. They love you how they want to love you, but they don't pour into what you need. They don't ask the questions, what can I do? How can I help? It's just always a thing where they always are expecting and you are never on the end of ever receiving. So for me, I had to honestly learn that I deserve to receive. And if people can't give to me, and it's not just the financial, it's the spiritual, it's the just checking in, the care, the concern, the mental health support. It's so many things. Hi, Life with Tasharia. How are you? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. And that was one thing that I really had to learn. I had to learn how to show up for me. I had to learn how to support myself. I had to learn to encourage myself. It's all important, everybody. And nobody can do that for you but you. You have to show up for yourself. You have to encourage yourself. It's a very important thing. So I didn't want to say that, and I wanted to tell you guys, take care of yourself and make yourselves happy. Make sure that you're taking care of your physical health. You're getting your exercise, you're eating a balanced diet, you're drinking your water, you're minding your business, you're keeping your stress down, because stress leads to so many problems in our life. It can give us headaches, make us get sick in our physical bodies. It can affect our mental health. It can make you feel really down and discouraged because other people haven't dealt with their issues and problems. So people like to project their fears, their insecurities, their whatever onto you. You got to give people back their problems. Give people back their business. We're not responsible for making other people happy. It's not your responsibility to make other people happy. It's not your responsibility to fix other people's problems. It's not your responsibility that some people are mentally ill and they need help. Some people really need help. They need help from a therapist, a psychologist. Some people actually need medicine. And I'm not saying it to shade people, but it's what it is. People need to work on themselves and do what it takes to make themselves happy. And when I finally got to that space of I cannot make friend, relative, anybody in my life, it's not my responsibility to make them happy. If they're angry, if they got some unresolved issues, they need to work on that for themselves. We're not doing Build-A-Bears over here, right, Gems family? We're going to do our best, take care of ourselves. We're going to set those boundaries and stand on business. Don't let people use you, disrespect you, and take advantage of you. No, do not. Cut off the toxicity, and especially when it comes to your relatives, cut off that toxicity. Say no and mean it. And you don't have to explain why. No is a complete sentence. You don't have to say why. You say it's no. It's no because I said no. And that's it. Okay? Right on, Tasharia. Express Basket says, give people back their problems. I love that. Yes, you do. I always tell them return to sender, because it's not my responsibility to fill up your cup. See? And that is what a lot of us do. You know, we'll give so much to spouse, kids, relatives, a job, but we're not filling up ourselves and we're not doing anything to make ourselves happy. So I want you guys to think about some things that you can do to make yourself happy. Walking, exercise, a hobby, going out, having something that you like to do that's yours. I don't mean what your spouse or your kids or your friends or your relatives like. No, something you personally like, and giving yourself to do that because it makes you happy. See, that's what's important. Inner happiness, self-awareness, positivity. And we can't be positive if we're not taking care of ourselves, because I've said it so many times, our health is our wealth. And if you're not healthy in your physical body, it's going to affect your mental health, your spiritual health, your financial health. Everything follows. If one part of your well-being is off, the rest will be affected as well. So take care of yourself. Give yourself the permission to be happy, okay? My cousins down south think that everyone lives in New York. It is very rich. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for the super sticker, love baby. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people think that when you are related, that, say for instance, if you have a good credit score, they feel like because you have good credit, you should give them, co-sign something for them. Or others think that if you have a good job, well, you have money, so why not give it to me? It's not your responsibility to take care of another adult, another grown person. Say no. Say it with me, everybody. No. I had to let my therapist taught me that you have to learn to say no, or you are going to be unhappy for the rest of your life. No, I'm not going to show up for you. I'm not going to support what you want to do. I'm going to think about myself, because I got a whole life over here. You don't have to have your whole life planned out by everybody in your life. You got to do some things for yourself. And that does not make you selfish, because that is something that selfish people will say. Oh, you're selfish because you don't do everything I want. No, that's a manipulation tactic. And also, we have to be aware of those who are love bombers, who will say they love us just so that they can, oh, I love you so much, or you look so nice. They're steady with the compliments about how nice you look, and oh, this and that, just so that they can be in your good graces to get some money from you or to get something that they want. Be aware, okay? You got to take care of yourself, okay? Sending you guys nothing but positive energy. I'm going to be doing a premiere at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think it's like about 9 minutes. So it's a 2-minute countdown, plus I think it's an 8 or 9-minute video. Come through and watch it. I'm going to be showing a vlog of another beautiful park in my area in Florida that I think that you guys will like to see. I think it's very beautiful. So come through, check it out. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you, Love Baby, and all of my amazing mods. Shout out to the channel members, Boss Life Online, Leticia's Third Eye Point of View, Sirius as a Virgo from Georgia, Miss Nexie, let's see, Tracy's Positive Corner, who else? Love Baby, Lara, and I think Boss Life Online. Oh, and Dave's Adventures. So thank you guys. Thank you all to my channel members. I appreciate you guys. We're going to do a member-only live stream tomorrow. What else? What else? I think that's all the announcements. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later on at the premiere. I am Life with Marlene, your Florida vlogger. For motivation, support, and more, make sure to check it out. Hey, Lara, I'm just about to end. Come by to later on. I have a premiere in about an hour and a half. I will be doing a premiere. So I'll see you guys then. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and make sure you take care of yourself and make yourself happy.